The world's freshwater resources are unequally distributed both in time and in space. Water resource management typically is focused on reallocating water to when and where it is required. This is a reactive, short-sighted approach. It is also a supply-side or fragmented approach. A new holistic approach is needed. This approach includes the integrated or conjunctive use of both surface and groundwater resources and takes account of social, economic, and environmental factors. Planning is essential for the success of integrated, sustainable water management. So what are the drivers for such a paradigm change? The traditional water supply approach satisfies near-term requirements and is operations-driven, but there are emerging risks. Increasing demand for supplies and services, increasing stakeholder, i.e. Wall Street interests, and permitting uncertainty, especially with respect to timing. Potential adverse outcomes include supply interruption, increasing costs, and schedule delays. The following are some sustainable principles for energy development. First, communication and education of authorities, communities, businesses concerning water usage and the need for integrated water management. Second, identification of water needs and opportunities up front to improve water usage efficiency. Third, identification of alternative water sources and water reuse potential during the energy production life cycle. And four, plans for contingencies if water availability is constrained. The steps for sustainable water resource planning are the following. First, communicate, engage with local community from the outset. 2, estimate water demand, identify sources, and also potential periods of deficits. This includes characterization of all water sources, characterization of the drought potential for an area, and identification of competing uses and the timing of those uses. Identify and communicate water management strategies with all stakeholders. Prepare contingencies in advance. Transparency will engender trust and secure social license to operate in an area. Finally, establish criteria and ranking for supply options and sustainability. So what would the criteria and ranking be? First of all, sustainable economics. This involves identifying capital and operational costs, maximizing the use of the local workforce, and basic and applied research to increase water use efficiency. Sustainable environmental practices include environmental assessments and resource needs. Also, use of best management practices. Finally, sustainable quality of life means engaging and forming community partnerships, doing site reclamation, and leaving the landscape as it was before production occurred. Community planning is essential. The community existed before the oil or gas boom, and it will be there afterward. The main question is, what shape will it be in? During the resource development phase, opportunities are high for jobs, for increased revenues, and social upheaval. Communities must plan for what comes later during the production and reclamation phases as activities drop off, and so do the opportunities.